There is nothing quite like a Mediterranean cruise. The beautiful coastlines, the ancient architecture, and the beautiful works of art. For many, it is a once in a lifetime experience, so you want to make it the best experience possible. The last thing you want is to find yourself thousands of miles from home without some essential items that might be difficult to purchase overseas. This is what happened to me on my last Mediterranean cruise. The funny thing is, I actually started packing a week ahead of time and thought I was being methodical and organized with my packing. However, I ended up forgetting some very basic things, and I don't want that to happen to you. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what I forgot to pack, as well as share some other items that I think will be good to pack on your Mediterranean cruise. So, if that sounds like a good idea, you're in the right place. So, let's get into it. Hi guys, I just got back from a Mediterranean cruise about 2 weeks ago, and believe it or not, there were a few items I actually forgot to pack that really made it a little bit more challenging for me on my cruise. So I have to share those with you guys so that you do not make the same mistake that I did. The first thing I want to mention is that I forgot my phone charger, like for the battery. So I have my regular charger that I use overnight, but what I mean is like the little portable ones that you can take with you when you're out sightseeing. Because what you might not realize is that when you're out on, doing your ports and seeing all of these fabulous things, all of these statues, works of art, and just the beautiful God-provided landscape that we're looking at, you're going to want to take video and you're going to want to take a lot of pictures. And what does that do? It drains your battery big time. So I knew that, and I thought that I had packed my power bank and my charger, but I didn't. So I only had my overnight charger, so I charge it at night, and sure enough, come midday, I'm scrambling to find some kind of way to charge my phone. So do not forget a little portable. Now I like this one. I have an iPhone, and what I like about this one is that I can just insert it directly into the phone and it charges it up pretty quickly without it overheating. I do like the little, I also have the little credit card sized magnetized ones that you just, put on the back of your phone. I like those a lot as well, but they do make my phone run really hot. Now, I have an older iPhone, so maybe that has something to do with it. I'm gonna upgrade one day. But for now, I really do like this. And it fits so easily in your purse. You charge it up at night, and then you have, extended battery life for the next day. So if I can give you any suggestion, bring a little portable one as well as an actual power bank so that you have more flexibility with charging and you don't run out of battery power and you can't take the good videos that you want to. The next thing that I forgot, even though it was on my bed, I don't know how it didn't make it into my suitcase, but it is a foldable portable backpack. This I love because it's so lightweight, you can pack it easily, and it's great for excursions. Now, when you're on your Mediterranean cruise, you're going to go on some fabulous excursions. You're going to go all sorts of different places, and a lot of times those excursions last all day. So you're going to want to bring, your certain crucial key items with you. For example, some bottled water, any medications that you take. If you're going to one of the basilicas or something like that, you might want to carry a little shawl in here if you need to cover your shoulders or something. And it just comes in super handy. Even if you want to shop and you're picking up items here and there, you can put them into your backpack. And once you get to your room, you can unpack them, fold this back up, and when you're ready to travel home, it's taking up zero space. Or sometimes if you do a little too much shopping, this can also double as your new carry-on item. So then you can put your things that you bought in here and bring that onto the plane with you, especially if you're buying fragile items. I usually like to keep those with me and not send them in my checked bags. That can come in handy as well. So don't forget a foldable little backpack. It's really, really handy. So you're thinking about all of those outfits you're going to wear when you're walking along the Mediterranean, and you're going to have this for your formal night, you're going to have this, and guess what you do? You forget about what you're going to sleep in. okay? So don't forget to pack your pajamas. Now, usually, people have different sleeping styles. Whatever you like to sleep in, that's up to you. But whatever it is that you like to sleep in, don't forget to pack that, because sometimes that might be at top of mind when you're packing. You're thinking about your outfits and what you're going to wear. And then you get to your cruise and it's time to go to bed and you're like, what am I going to sleep in? So another thing to remember when you're packing for your cruise, don't forget your sleepwear. Another thing that I like to bring on all of my cruises is this handy dandy Tide stain remover. This is a little miracle worker. It works wonders. It really does remove stains before they set in from your items. And as luck would have it, you are going to wear something, probably something white, and you're going to eat something, probably something red, and it's going to spill onto you. You don't have to worry if you have this. This will take it out 9 times out of 10. So this next item is probably, in my opinion, one of the most important items that you do not want to forget when packing for your cruise. And that is a comfortable pair of walking shoes. Let me tell you, my Apple Watch pedometer must have thought, it had gotten taken over by another person, because I put in more steps than I normally would, by far. So what you want to do is be sure you have shoes that are up for the task, because you're going to be walking on cobblestone streets. You're going to be walking up hills, inclines. You're going to be climbing steps. You're going to be doing all the things because you're going to want to see all the things. And that's going to require a nice, good, solid pair of walking shoes. You do not want to forget that. One of the saving graces in this last trip is that I had several pair of shoes that were up to the task. For me, I don't like to wear the same shoe 2 days in a row, not because I'm into fashion or anything like that, but because it just, the way that it wears on my foot, it just makes my foot more comfortable if I'm, wearing different shoes, if I rotate my shoes, just to say. So that's what I did. I had a really comfortable pair of walking sandals and a good pair of walking tennis shoes. And that was wonderful. I was able to walk, keep up with everyone. And, you maintain your energy as well, because you're not in pain when you're walking. So, having your cute outfits is great and everything, and I'm all for it. But just think about when you're on those excursions and you're out there being very active. You want to be sure you have a good walking shoe. So a few other things that I didn't forget, but that I don't want you to forget, so I'm going to mention them here, are, the first one is currency. You want enough foreign currency to kind of get you through certain things. Now, it's true that most places are going to take your credit or debit card, especially if it's Visa or MasterCard. American Express is not as widely accepted overseas. There are places that take it, but by far, MasterCard and Visa are going to be your best bet. However, there are going to be instances where you want to tip someone, or a lot of times you have to pay to use the restroom there. So you might want to have little $1 or $2 euro coins. So I'm not saying you have to have a whole lot of currency, of foreign currency, but you do want a little bit just to get you through some of those situations. And I know I got into this one situation. I was in a taxi cab and I asked them, as you always should, hey, do you take credit card? Do you take cards? And I was assured that they did. However, when we were about to get out of the taxi cab, the Wi-Fi was not working. I guess the buildings were so high, it was kind of like blocking the signal, so the card could not go through. So thank goodness I had a little bit of cash, a little bit of, foreign currency, so that I could pay to get out of the taxi, because other than that, I don't know what we'd have done. We'd have probably had to ride around to get a signal. It would have been terrible. So anyway, my advice is always carry just a little bit, at least some, of the local currency. So no one wants to get sick on their cruise. It's like the worst thing. So please do not forget your over-the-counter medication. Everybody remembers, well, not everybody remembers, but a lot of people, it'll be on their mind to pack their prescription medication. But you also want to be sure that you pack some over-the-counter medication, because not that you won't be able to find it, but it will be so much more expensive once you're either on the boat or overseas. So you want to, while you're, stateside and you can have access to all of your favorite brands and things that you want, you go ahead on and get it then, so that you'll have it and you'll be prepared in case the worst thing happens and you get sick. On my last cruise, someone got seasick and, it was just terrible and they weren't feeling well, but they did have some Dramamine. So they were able to take the Dramamine and some ginger, and within a day they felt better. So that's great. You don't want, to be stuck out and, in your cabin just feeling really bad. And then also a lot of times when you're in another country, the medication isn't called the same thing. I was looking for acetaminophen in Paris, I think I was in, and oh my goodness, they did not know what I was talking about. It was a struggle. I had to Google the word in French and in English. Anyway, we worked it out, and it's called something different. I forgot what it is, but it's called something different. But you can avoid all of that just by being, packing your over-the-counter medication, as well as maybe a few little first aid items. Like I always pack a few Band-Aids and my Neosporin, things like that, just in case something happens, and you'll be prepared. So don't forget to pack those things. So another thing that I want to mention for you guys to remember to pack is something to securely carry your money in. So what I have this little, it's really adorable, but you wear it like a belt under your clothes, and inside it you can put all sorts of things in here. You can put your passport in here, you can put your money in here, and your Metro cards, all of those things, and then it folds up really flat and you just wear it around your waist, and it just hooks up around your waist, and it's very secure. So you want to, do your part, all that you can, to avoid, falling for any type of scam or pickpocket. You don't want to make it easy for them. Not that anything is 100% foolproof, but this sort of thing really helps because it's under your clothes. It can't be seen. It's very discreet, very lightweight and comfortable. So I do recommend packing something like this when you're going on your Mediterranean cruise. So like I mentioned before, on your Mediterranean cruise, you are going to stop at amazing ports of calls. And a lot of them will include visiting basilicas or churches, cathedrals, things like that. And you want to be prepared, especially like the most popular one, of course, is the Vatican. And they do have a dress code where they want your shoulders to be covered, and they don't want your, too much. They want you to be modest pretty much. So, for ladies, if you're going in the summer, you're going to be hot. You might not want your shoulders covered. So what you want to do is just bring a lightweight shawl with you. So something that you can pack, like especially if you're carrying a little bag, like I said earlier, and you can just have it in there, pull it out when you are in the basilica, and then you can take it off when you're done. So that's something that's very handy. A lot of times, and I see a lot of people that forget that. And what's going to happen? You're trying to get into the Vatican. There are going to be people there selling scarves. It's not going to be that cheap. So do yourself a favor, pack yourself a scarf so that you'll be prepared when you're trying to get into those religious sites. So the last thing that I want to bring to your attention that you might not think of when you're thinking of the Mediterranean is a travel umbrella. I love this one. It's so tiny. It's so light. It just will fit right into your carry-on. And you can carry it with you, of course, in your little travel backpack. So when you're out on your excursions, you'll be prepared for whatever kind of weather they're having. This came in handy when we were in Naples. Got off the boat, and I swear we were out maybe 5 minutes and it started raining. But I had this. Now, there were people there. People are industrious. There were people there. I don't know where they appeared from, but they were there selling umbrellas. But they weren't cheap. You want to have your own. Something so small and so lightweight, just bring it with you. So this was really a lifesaver. It helped a lot. And also think about those super sunny days. This is a UV protected. This is UPF 50 on here. So you can use these on those really hot summer days when that sun is beating down on you. Use your umbrella, protect yourself from the sun. So I really recommend packing this for your Mediterranean cruise. So this is just a bonus item. I didn't even think about this one, but I forgot it. And you know what? I was sorry I did, because it was a guessing game. But what this is a little portable luggage wear. So you can hook this onto your luggage, especially your check baggage, because you want to make sure you're not over that 50-pound limit. So you put this on there, and there are no surprises at the airport, because let me tell you, that charge for the oversized or overweight luggage is not cheap. It's a lot. So you don't want to do that. So you want to be sure when you go to the airport, you're confident, you know that your bag is not over that 50 pounds and you're good to go. So, and this is super lightweight as well. It takes up little to no space in your luggage. And for that peace of mind, absolutely worth it. Well, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope these things will help you pack and not forget anything like I did on your Mediterranean cruise. And if you did find it helpful, please consider just hitting that like button so that YouTube will know that you found this information informative. And also consider subscribing to the channel to help it grow. The channel is growing, and I want to keep on providing better and better content for you. So help me do that by subscribing. It really, really, really would mean a lot to me. So thank you all for watching. Bye.